I mean to rush you, man. I was just sitting here like waiting on that sound. I was like, fine. You see me? You hear me good?
I see you. I hear you.
So I didn't mean to rush you, man. I was just sitting here like waiting on that sound. I was like, finally get the chit chat. So
how's it been, man? You've been knocking it out. Videos, Instagram, staying busy, stories, little pieces, segments, and stories. Constant.
Thank you. And I already know that you've been busy as well. But anyways, I wanted to ask you
subscriptions. There's so much. It was so much we've been doing this past like week and a half, man. We've been doing some. I started a subscription box. It's over $29.99 a month for free shipping. We'll send you like $40+ worth of edibles, whether the Rice Krispies, the brownies. It's kind of a variety of everything that we've got. So it gives you a really good chance to see, because we make a good variety, because we're not just throwing the old stuff in there or whatnot. We're actually picking through what are people going to like. Coffee treats. Little coffee cakes that we're doing, the Rice Krispie treats, Fruity Pebble treats, cocoa treats. We got like 7 different kinds of cereal treats that we're doing right now. You'll definitely get a cereal treat. You get a coffee cake, get some brownies, get some cookies, get some CBG stuff, get some THC or the CBN stuff. The CBN stuff that we've been doing this past week or so has been really, really cool. All the CBN edibles.
Really? So the subscription stuff people been doing it?
Oh yeah. So just in the first week, well, actually the first day I put a subscription up, I didn't put the full information up. I just put like 1 cent subscription just to see if it would work.
Yeah.
And we had 4 people sign up for it.
Dope.
It said nothing about it. It just said subscription. And then anyways, long story, we fixed it. We got everything going, got the pictures up there, got it live. And within the first 2 days, we had 7 people sign up for it. And then a few people got the subscriptions. And then as soon as the first person got their subscription, word got out how good they were. And man, it's quadrupled in the days following. So it's cool.
I love hearing that, man. That's man, praise God. Thank you for that. That's And I really just, of course we can chit chat later, but I wanted to focus on and thank you for definitely sharing that, but I wanted to focus on like what Delta 8 is, because of course when I got back from Tennessee I made posts, you saw them. Yeah. That's probably why I'm blocked now, because I
they don't like Facebook, doesn't like it.
Yeah, Facebook and Big Pharma are sleeping in the same bed. Didn't mean to say that. Anyway, so at least that's my opinion. But dude, I've been telling people about the Delta 8. People have been calling me, and I don't know as much as you. You've always mentored me since we met about a year and a half ago, and I'm like, I want to get it straight from your mouth. What is Delta 8? And why does it make me feel like that?
Oh man, it's something else. It's singularly, it's going to be the fastest like single growing cannabinoid in the market. It's insane to see what what kind of possibilities we have with what we can do with Delta 8. The push for so let's go back to what is Delta 8 and why is Delta 8 Delta 8, right?
Yeah. Okay. So what is Delta 8? First of all, why is it called Delta 8? Is it part of a bigger community of deltas? What is it?
Yes, so there's all sorts of deltas, right? So normally in most circumstances, right, with like a flower, if it has a THCA content, whenever you smoke it or decarb it or cook with it or bake with it or whatever you do, it'll convert to like a Delta 9, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the effect you get. If you were to eat THCA, just like eat raw nugs, you could eat like a couple grams of it and you'll feel something, but it's not going to be the same as smoking it, right? So that's like the conversion from THCA to Delta 9. And then also with Delta 9, whenever Delta 9's converted into, whether it be in your like stomach acid or smoking, there's always like a little Delta 8, Delta 10, Delta 11, and we actually have Delta 6A testable now. So they have testable standards on more than just Delta 9 THC. And what those are called isomers of THC. So an isomer of THC would be the same molecular strand as THC, but the carbon chain is different. So Delta 8 versus Delta 9's 9. So it's just how many carbon molecules are in the chain together.
It gets so deep, man.
When you get into like fats, like short chain, medium chain, long chain triglycerides, like when we're doing like the MCT oils that we do. So the MCT oil we use at Snapdragon, what makes like that little edge different that nobody would ever know about this. But usually when companies make an MCT oil, they use a standard MCT, which is C8, C10, and C12.
I've seen that on bottles, MCT. Yeah. I thought that meant like something else, but okay.
Yeah, MCT is medium chain triglycerides. That means what it is, it's fractionated, or like the exact same way how we make CBD, we fractional distillate the cannabinoids into that. That's how we go from a 10% flour to a 99% oil. You have to fractionally remove only the part that you want from it. So if you only want CBD and you're only wanting the cannabinoid minors between 175 degrees Celsius to 205 degrees Celsius at full micron vacuum, that's where those minors are. So long story, but that's how you get into like the different fractions of coconut oil. So coconut oil in the standards is solid, but if you fraction out only the MCTs, the C6, 8, 10, 12 MCTs, you maintain a liquid, which is the purest form of a coconut oil. So
I should be taking notes right now, man. I should really be taking notes. I'm glad that we're recording this though, because
that's it for sure. Well,
dude,
there's all kind of cool
got
stuff.
a well of information, bro. Like, okay, all right. I feel like I'm so behind now. I just want to know why does Delta 8 make you feel so close to Delta 9? What I'm used to intaking.
So Delta 9, what you're used to intaking, has the effects whenever that structure is in that set structure. Just like THC versus CBD, it's only one bond off between.
Well,
CBD
I know, but there's no head effects with CBD. With THC, there's trippy effects, and with Delta 9, it was like a little trippy too. It wasn't like a full, but.
Yeah, but it's I'm just kind of saying more so like that one bond, that one difference in that structure is what makes CBD different from THC, which is also what makes similarly what difference between Delta 9 is the Delta 8. To some extent, the difference of the structure is going to be a difference in effects in the way your body reacts to it. So that Delta 8 has THC similar effects, but different than Delta 9. We like it a lot in the hemp industry because Delta 8 does not have near the potential of abuse, or not really abuse, but like to overdo something. Sometimes, let's say edibles, for example, somebody eats an edible and they've never smoked in their life, and they eat an edible and they feel really good 30, 45 minutes in. They're super happy. They're having a good time. They're texting everybody saying it's the best thing ever. And then like an hour and 15 minutes in, they're like, oh, this is starting to get on me. And like 2 hours in, they're like, let me call the cops.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to die. You're not going to die. You are not going to die. And that's what everybody just needs to know. If everybody's listening right now, if you ever eat an edible and you're next to somebody, just tell them they're not going to die. They'll be fine. So that's what Delta 9, right? Delta 8 really doesn't have the potential for it, so we love it.
Yeah, know your dose. That's the common theme in the cannabis industry is know your dose, man. Because that's it. Because I think I took probably with the pre-roll. I've added it up. The pre-roll, the dab, everything. I was probably like 200.
Maybe probably more with the pre-roll.
Pre-roll, we started that, and then the vapes, and then the dab, and then the honey, the peanut butter stick, the peanut butter cookie, the cinnamon. Maybe I don't know, but I know that was not my dosage particularly. It was nice. I slept excellent, but I didn't want to go to sleep right then.
No.
Anyway,
the dosage part, and a lot of times, especially when people are new coming into it, we tell them, they always ask how much do I take, and that's not really the question to answer. Is how much I should take. The question is like, how much do you need to take? Because it's like some people take a tenth of a dropper a day, and that's all they need. 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, perfectly fine. Some people, if they were to take a tenth of a dropper 5 times a day, they would be like, this does nothing. I completely hate it. So it really is dependent on, like when I say dropper, it's just a good variable of a dose, right?
Yeah.
So there's the potential for over, there's the potential for under. So we got to help everybody at Snapdragon find the perfect middle ground
Yeah.
and the right dose. And that's kind of the key, the right dose for sure.
So I still don't know what Delta 8 is.
Delta 8 is the freaking different. All right. So it's like Delta 9. It's hemp derived.
Okay. Maybe the problem is I don't know.
Here's what really Delta 8 is and what Delta 8, because at the end of the day, if legality wasn't an issue and everything wasn't decriminalized, Delta 9 would be the Mac Daddy, right? Delta 8 has its pros because it's a calmer, not as strong version of Delta 9.
But it's like 5 times stronger than normal CBD, though, at least.
Oh, yeah. 5 times stronger than normal CBD for sure. So it's a good, happy middle ground that we have to work with, that everybody loves. It actually works. You know, CBN's good, CBG's good, CBD's good, CBC's good. We've isolated all of those. We have those. We manufacture with those.
So you just make strictly Delta 8 carts?
Well, then we have blends. We have Delta 8. We have a Delta 8 CBN and CBG, which is really good for nighttime.
Yeah.
And then we have the Delta 8 just CBN. It's the different versions of it. We do a variety of all the different cannabinoids, but the Delta 8s are really good, really good effective blend for it. Smooth, clean.
Yeah.
Pros. And the effects are there. Anybody, if somebody that's tried CBD before said this isn't the thing for me.
I guess really it's hard to try to explain it to someone that doesn't know the molecular, the whole thing about, you know what I mean? I guess I'm just irritated that I should know more, but it's so people don't understand, like even a normal flower, not just the cannabis flower, but a normal flower is so, it's so complicated.
Yeah.
And especially like cannabis that just
blows it out. This isn't lavender or chamomile anymore. This is lavender with 13 types of lavender. This is chamomile with 160 different smells of chamomile.
That's a good comparison.
The terpene profiles, stuff like that come into it. Like even talking about the flower, you can go over, but what is a strain? Why is OG Kush OG Kush? Why is sour diesel? Well, we can take, testing standards across the country and test the strain and tell you that this is that strain because the terpene profile matches, the CBD THC ratio matches. So it's more than just a name. It's like the properties shown from this strain are related to these terpenes and this ratio of cannabinoids, which can then be reconstructed with isolated cannabinoids to give you the same effect. So it's like, I don't know, we can talk all day about the different reasons why it's better or what's good. Different blends work better because Delta 8 by itself is good and it works good, but that blend is what we call the entourage effect. That's what really matters, and that's really what you saw that day when you had, because we smoked the CBD blunt, we smoked the Delta 8, had the edibles, had the tincture. I'm sure we had a CBN edible in there somewhere. Like just a little bit of everything. It's like a game changer,
The full spectrum.
Full spectrum. And a lot of people say full spectrum, but they're not full spectrum.
Yeah.
They got to be the full spectrum.
The full spectrum. Okay, so
what is Delta 8?
Yeah. I guess what I'm asking is why
is it a thing?
How is it derived? You can't get it out of a flower. How do you make it?
It can be found in flower in super low numbers, but how we make it, right? So super low numbers. But how it's made and how Delta 8 is derived is just like, so let's go into the process of how like CBN. Well, I guess we can start with Delta 8 and then get into CBN because you have to make a Delta 8 version before you make the CBN. So Delta 8 would be derived from just a heat, oxygen, acidic reaction conversion with CBDs, and you're able to create the structure of Delta 8. It's an all natural process. We'll take CBD, we'll take all the flower of CBD, hundreds and hundreds of pounds of flour, and make a couple liters of just pure isolated CBD. Take the isolated CBD, we'll do a conversion process using different natural ingredients, charcoals, 200 proof alcohol, do a reaction for a couple hours. And then once we pass that, filter it out, remove the ethanol, remove the charcoal through different filtration processes, and then get it back into short path distillation. So right now you're probably on its 7th or 8th run of distillation at this point. So you
So
have
so it goes back through that process you just mentioned.
To make the CBD, so you have to first you have to wash the bud, then you have to rotary evaporate the bud, then right now we're at 65% CBD after winterization and first extract. And then you get into first pass distillation, you're going to increase up like 75, 78% CBD. Second pass distillation, you're going to be 82, 86% CBD, kind of depending on where you're at. And this is like no remediation, no scrubs, no charcoal, no bentonite clay, no anything that can be used to color remediate along the way. This is just
Color remediate. Hold on. Is that CRC?
Yes, color remediation column is CRC. So when you get into the column, you get into
now the dabs are not supposed. That's all I know about is CRC dabs and
CRC dabs. So what CRC dabs is kind of the same. There will be Delta 8 in the idea of like CRC type methods. Anytime you involve like acidic reactions, the side component would be Delta 8. That wasn't really much of an issue, or not really an issue, but not much of a thing up until lately when people have gotten into, and that was how we found about Delta 8 was color remediation. So remediation of color creates the perfect environment for the conversion for CBD to Delta 8. So long story, the first kind of test that we started getting 7% Delta 8, 10% Delta 8 in our products. I was like, wow, that's a lot. Not in the final product, but in the concentrate. So it's like, wow, we went from having, 60% CBD and 0.3% THC Delta 9 to having 50% CBD and almost no Delta 9 at all. Actually gets rid of the Delta 9 because it converts what Delta 9 is there into Delta 8. So it's like now you have a product that's by, THCA Delta 9 standards, Farm Bill standards. It's, it's legal. There's no Delta 9 THC in there. It does change the effects of the Delta 9 THC, like we were talking before. It does have those effects that Delta 8 doesn't have, but Delta 8 can be taken in higher doses, which is good for people that have tolerances that can take CBD and not have any benefits. Could you even think about how many people out there could take like a regular THC product and be like, this really didn't do anything for me?
Yeah.
Compared to, you make something that's got a little more Delta 8 in it.
Yeah. Let me throw some Delta. Yeah. I've had, several folks are like, well, I've tried it, but it didn't do nothing. I tell you what,
Yep. Tell you what. And that's why I used to love them. And even like throughout my whole time of doing this, it's like, I made it and I tried it because I like it and it works for me. And then when that was always my love, especially at the flea market. If we ever had somebody, it was like, I tried it here, I tried it there, and it wasn't good. It's like, here's a sample. And they'll be back next week. They're coming back. Like our success rate in the first month of the samples was booming. So it's like I like to show people that it works, and the Delta 8 has been nothing but help for it since.
So if you could break it down for somebody in like a 1 minute thing that they say this is probably one of the most common questions is I've been using regular stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I gotta go to XYZ to get it, and I'm tired of doing that. I tried CBD, it made me feel relaxed, but they're almost looking for that extra strong relief. What can you do for me? And like what would be that, like, so Delta 8 would it be the flowers? And so like you guys spray the flowers. That I've been trying to articulate to people. What do you mean by spray the flowers? Do you put it in like an airbrush gun or?
So, yeah, similar to that, right? So whenever we spray the flower, I've got a sand blasting booth that just entraps everything. So what we'll do is we've got like a little fog type. It looks like an airbrush type gun where the air goes over the nozzle, and then as it passes through, it picks up the oil and sprays it out. So it's not.
And this is distillate that you guys have made.
Yeah, it's our mixture, right? And I just sent it off because people have been asking about, especially like Reddit folks, right? We got to make the Reddit folks happy. If you can make Reddit people happy, you can make anybody happy.
You won the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People on Twitter happy. I mean, I could run for president at this point. It's like wow, he did what nobody else could ever do. So anyway, so the people have been asking for heavy metal tests, pesticide tests, residual solvent tests, everything on all the sprayed flower because they're like, how are they spraying it? It's because I had somebody come in the shop the other day. It was like, I want to spray some flower. Do you have some tips for me? And I was like, yeah, we got like a little solution we can make up for you. Like, I'm not going to like tell you our solution, but I'll say some terps and some distillate type thing. And he was like, well, my buddy said that you could just get like some alcohol and put it in the alcohol. And then I was like, well, yeah, we'll dissolve an alcohol, but you wouldn't want to, if you have to put enough alcohol into the distillate to get it to dissolve, all that alcohol has to get on the bud. If you're putting 5 grams of distillate on there, you're going to put 15 grams of some alcohol on it and then spray it on the bud and let it soak.
Leave it to the pros, okay?
Yeah, it's forever going to have a taste. It's forever going to be harsh. It's forever
you're going to be smoking moonshine.
Yeah, hopefully you get some Everclear 190. They might just buy some fucking isopropyl. I don't know, 72% isopropyl. Do you know what the other 28% of 72% isopropyl is? Oh, man, the residual acetones. If you did a residual solvent test on some 72 isopropyl. So anyways, we could talk all day about like the quality.
So, all right, back to the test. How did the test turn out?
I just sent it off to San Diego Farm Labs. So they're who we've. I've had some inconsistencies lately with our 2 other testing people that we've used, and I really like the SD Farm Labs guys. So I sent them 17 different samples of pretty much one of everything that we make, kind of thing, just to get like good standards and keep compliant and maintain showing that, hey, this is what we're making. This is what you just bought last week. You can look at the test and see batch analysis type stuff. So I sent them all new stuff. I'm waiting on the test to come back on it, but I'm 99.99% sure it's going to come back with a pass and everything. So what people are saying about the residual solvent test are those alcohol type people where they're spraying it with alcohol. I'm using everything that I'm spraying it with comes from the hemp plant. So Delta 8 distillate that we're making and the hemp terpenes that are solvent-free derived. So at no point in the process would there be any solvent remaining. I know it's going to pass. I've got solvent tests on everything. The terpene profile, I'm waiting on the terpene test to come back on it too, so that's going to look good. So I think there's a couple of things that are really going to, impress some folks with it, because we'll be able to sell hey, here's a 10 mil, 20 mil bottle of a liquid sprayable solution that's 30 or 40%. Hopefully that's kind of what I'm shooting for, my numbers, that 30 to 40% Delta 8, and then like 40 to 50% on some terpenes and such.
What is it about your... It seems like you have sort of a healthy obsession with strength.
Strength. Yeah, it's got to be strong.
It's got to be strong, man.
If you don't start with something strong, you'll never end with something strong. You know what I mean? So it's like, if we're making something just regular, everything else is irregular.
It's like everything
unless
must
we make it taste so bad, you're gonna like bite into it. And it's like, I just ate 50 pounds of nugs right in one bite. That's the other alternative. You don't want that.
No, I don't. So for all the people, what is Delta 8? It's
Delta 8 is something, right? All right, so Delta 8.
This is how I feel when I try to explain it to people. Because I've had people call me and I'm like, dude, I hate saying, hey, go Google it, because that sounds so like,
yeah.
Hey, Google it, man. It sounds like I need to be Googling it, but I'm just...
So Delta 8 is, it's an isomer of THC. It's a version of THC. It's derived from the hemp plant. It's federally legal right now. It has effects unlike CBD. If you've tried CBD and it's not for you and you prefer stuff with higher THC, this is going to be the middle ground between the CBD and the THC.
Boom.
Legally.
That was
ready to go.
All right.
Ship it to your grandma. Get Christmas gifts, your whole family. Everything. Delta 8. Delta 8. We made a Delta 8. I got a Delta 8 pumpkin pie over there made with honey sticks. So those honey sticks that we make.
Pumpkin pie. But no, but listen, you don't recommend dosing people without their knowledge at all.
No, you gotta let them know.
Tell grandma that it is a Delta 8 pie.
No, well, if I go over there, I took a knife and actually a little pot leaf in the pumpkin pie, like with the little edges. So if you looked at it, it looks like but I didn't do that good of a job, so you might not have been able to tell. But
oh my
if you saw the pumpkin pie that had a bunch of holes in it that looked like what might have been a pot leaf, it had honey sticks in it.
That's amazing, man. How
well, the honey sticks are so cool. Everybody should be. The honey sticks, they're 50 milligrams apiece. Anything you want to make, put like 4 honey sticks in it. Everybody's good. Done.
I'm telling you, the honey stick, the honey sticks, the peanut butter sticks. The peanut butter sticks are dangerous to
Oh,
me because I eat peanut butter by like the scoopful, just
you
out
didn't
of
even
the.
know about. I haven't told you about the jars. I bought peanut butter jars.
You got the jars?
I got the jars. They come in. Got the jars. Not filled them yet.
See, that could be dangerous, bro. Because I could like go to make me and see. I do my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like real healthy. Not like healthy, but I'm saying generous portions of peanut butter, generous portions of jelly. I make it hearty.
Not just bread.
No, not just bread. It's got to be hearty. Like
not two small ones. You got one big one.
I want one big one. I don't want to deal with all that bread, because I like bread a lot. So let's say 2 tablespoons of that peanut butter that you plan on making that I'm so excited about. What would that dosage be? Like,
well, I haven't done the dosage on it yet, but we're going to do it different than the sticks for sure. So haven't done the dosages yet. But what do you think? So you're going to do 2 tablespoons as a dose? We'll call 2 tablespoons.
2 big that's about what I use. 2 tablespoons, yeah. I mean,
we'll
but
let's do 10 milligrams per 2 tablespoons. That sounds good.
2?
Per 1. 10 milligram per 1 tablespoon.
Because a 20 milligram sandwich would be good.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
10 milligrams per 1 tablespoon. Currently, right now, we're 50 milligrams per 1 teaspoon. Per 1 teaspoon. Well, there's a teaspoon in the stick, so there's like right at 4-ish mils in a stick.
Yeah, no. I don't want to feel.
So that's 100. That's 150 milligrams per tablespoon. At that, really 130 to be safe on the safe number. 130. So we'll go from 130 down to 10 for you.
And what I thought was extremely dope is like, there's a lot of people that would cut corners, but what kind of peanut butter are you using?
Oh man! So I went on and I sourced from Reese's. I buy 5-gallon buckets of Reese's, and then whenever I talked to Reese's, they had 2 different options. They had the regular Reese's.
Hold on, you got Reese's on the phone?
Oh well, email.
Okay, gotcha. I was about to say.
But whenever I had the options, right? So they give me the 2 options for the peanut butter. The first option was just the regular Reese's peanut butter. And then the second option was the Reese's organic peanut butter. So it's the Reese's filling with their organic lineup. So it has that same, it's all natural peanut oil that rises. It's not like, when you get normal peanut butter, you open the jar and you can just scoop right from it. This is a little different. So it actually has like a oil base to it. So doing the jars is going to be a little different, but it's going to look, you're going to look at it like this is actual peanut butter.
Yeah.
Because it is.
I think people are going to, because dude, I bought some organic peanut butter once, maybe a couple times, and it's different. It's like a layer of oil on top that like you're kind of like, what is that? But you got to kind of work it in, and it's creamy. It's so good, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, and usually, like if you get a new jar, like if it's sitting on the shelf for like a week or 2 or 3, however it's on the shelf for, and then you get a jar, and the first time you get it, it's separated. Usually, like especially when we're doing our mixes, we'll mix up because imagine this 5-gallon bucket's got huge layer of oil at the top. So we first do the mix of it. It'll stay pretty good for a week, and before it kind of reseparates. So.
Gotcha. That's so dope. Yeah, bro.
But definitely the first time looking at it, it's like this is weird looking. So just mix it and you're good.
Reese's Organic.
I
knew it was something so familiar about that dang peanut butter stick when I put it in my mouth because I'm like a Reese cup fanatic. That's one of my I have to not eat them all the time. I love it. Yeah.
But for any of the peanut butters, I don't use the Reese's when we do our peanut butter cookies, right? Like the peanut butter cookies we make, we'll just use like Jif for that. But I might switch over to that for the cookies too, Reese's cookies.
Dude, once Reese finds out. They're gonna be like, hey, send us some. Well, dang. So we'll see. I guess because that's like we've been going for 30 minutes. So, all right. So we're kind of done with the podcast. It's just us talking. People are gonna want to get on it. So what I'm thinking, if 12 to 1 or 12 to 2 is good for you 1 day a week, I can kind of because then what I can do is sort of just get on it like this and then remove myself out of it, and then you can talk directly with them.
That's cool. Like a little,
So
yeah.
so I'm
Oh, you're not
so
even in it anymore.
yeah,
Like your audio and stuff.
yeah. So it's like I'm a virtual producer. A lot of people are doing it that way. A lot of people that are using these kind of apps, but
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because somebody instead of me being like, "Let me click the thing," but
yeah, just to be like boom bow, and then if you
Cam.
yeah. So anyway, thank you for doing this, man. Thank you for taking the time to do it. Private chat. You hit me in a private chat. Oh, hey, nice. I was like,
I heard.
dang, he just came, did his thing, and said, all right, I'm busy.
No, I was playing with the buttons on here, and I hit something and it went
No,
away.
this is a cool app, man. This is the
Really?
dope thing about this app is you can talk to the makers on Facebook. Like they're very active.
Oh wow.
They're always updating it. They sort of the same business model as you, very open and transparent and out front, not like hidden behind some veil of corporate BS. They're like on these lives and they'll talk to people about the upgrades and yeah, they're
Yeah.
Gage and Dan, I think. Anyway, but
That's real cool.
so
Man,
yeah, what?
no, just think a couple things I'm thinking about. I guess just wanting to get ready for the holiday season. I like to keep the boom going. I guess for Christmas, trying to
Me
figure
too,
something
bro.
out.
Me too.
What do you think about sending cards to everybody? Like I could go through my mailing list of everybody who sent something to like this year.
It's a personal touch. I'm not big on
Mhm.
print, but a Christmas card is a different thing. It's not like a weekly mailer of you wasting money trying to buy State Farm. I think if you do it the right way, right? You know what I'm saying? If you do it the right way, but here's the thing. I'd get every single person on the payroll, it's like whomever,
Yeah.
to do them by hand. Don't get them
By
printed
hand?
off. Don't get them printed off.
Really?
I'm telling you, it would take 3-4 hours. I mean, dude, how many you
That'd be
gonna?
worth it. That'd be worth it. Yeah, that'd be
I'm
worth
telling you, bro, because like that's just. I don't know. That's just a thought. I mean, I don't know how many that you were planning on sending out. What, like thousands?
it. Yeah.
Okay. So how was you gonna do it?
I'd probably like to send out, if I had to take a guess, probably like, I don't know, 3,000 or so, 4,000,
Okay.
in that range. But so here's what I'm thinking. What I like, because I'd like to print off, like I was going to do, here's what I'd like to do, right? I would like to get like everybody together, like everybody for all the shops all together in a picture, and then print like a picture on it. And then like, so think about this being the back of it, right? So print like a picture on the left side of it, and on the right side have like a little, I don't know, something about a deal that we're doing or something about what we're doing. But then on the back side of it, like I think you can handwrite or hand say something, like thank you for the support, blah 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 blah, and handwrite something. So I was going to do like a picture and then like a hand thing on the back, and just like a double-sided postcard, and then send it out to everybody.
That would be dope. I'm not sure if I would even do the ask on it, like any deal.
Don't even do the ask. Just say thanks for the support. Huh? Well, I was going to be like a 10% off coupon. Thanks for your support. Here's 10% off or something. Don't even do that.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't, because it's just so couthful to be like, hey, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're right.
There's no
Thank you.
there's no
Snapdragon
catch.
sent me a thanks. They didn't give me no discount. They already get discounts.
No. I'm saying what you could do though to gauge the print. Bring now you could put at the bottom in very quaint letters. Bring this postcard in for something free. Maybe as like a voucher.
But the people online though, I'm saying like most of the people that are getting something from us, like there are people like local people we ship to and stuff, but most of them are all like out of state.
I got
you.
So I got you. Huh. Yeah. Or, like that's the way I would hit it. If I did do an ask, it wouldn't be like a 10%. I'm telling you, people just in my strong opinion, people just don't. It seems so silly, and once you do that, it's like they almost disregard the message. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
he was just trying to get my attention to tell me he wants that he's got 10% off. It's like if you walk up to a guy, hey man, it's so it, but
Yeah.
just
Makes sense.
just basic branding is like, hey, thank you. And then and then at the bottom, use this postcard for a free honey stick online or in store. And it's easy. They can send a freaking photo. That's how people do it. They send a photo of it and they get a free honey stick. And then you got 2 points of contact. You send them a piece of mail. Now you send them a free honey stick. And so they're already in the loop, Anyway, that's just my thoughts. But I mean, what are,
Oh yeah, something I say. Thanks. However we say thanks, whatever. But then free honey stick on your next order.
yeah, exactly. That's so much better than 10% discount. Perfect. I love that. You just figured it out. Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway.
Free honey stick. Boom. Or whatever on your next. Yeah. Free honey stick.
Yeah. Because it's just like whenever you start putting them percentages off, people look at it as like a coupon and not a message. And building culture, being a sort of a brand culture ambassador, trying to connect people with the brand in more thick, authentic ways versus because it's 2020 now. Like Mark Cuban is on the basketball floor, Josh Manning is on a podcast, Burner is on owners are out front now versus behind the veil of workers and stuff. So no, that would be a dope idea. I think Christmas card. Send one to me. I'm on the mailing address. I want one. Okay, because I want my free honey stick.
That's it. That's it. So I think that'd be perfect for sure.
It would be.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
like it. What else? So we got, and then the deals and all that kind of stuff, the subscriptions and whatever. And, the bundle too. Like, because before I've always just done you go to the website, you just pick out what product you want. So I started doing bundles, like 4 carts bundles, $100, get 4 carts type thing. So doing some bundle deals.
Smart.
But it's all variety stuff. I haven't set it up to be like, which carts do you want? Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude. The bundle deal is the cousin of the BOGO. You know that, right?
Oh yeah,
dude. This is just us. This is us
the rest of the world got COVID, and then when the rest of the world got COVID, China blew the fuck up. Like they can't keep up with anything. Like that's the reason. Like if you talk to somebody and they're like, yeah, it's been a shortage because of COVID, and we've not been able to get our supplies. Well, it's because the company that was manufacturing that supply you're getting is now making face masks and whatever else the world's in need of, face masks and thermometers. So they'll just. You used to make furniture. You used to make, vape cartridges. No more. You make face masks. So that's what really changed everything, So now, like water pipe places, shipping, everything. So much the shipping costs have quadrupled over there. Everything costs more. Everything takes longer.
So then, so it would be because I'm thinking gift season. Bundle all that. Like one day before Christmas, maybe Christmas Eve or something, you could do like a buy one get one, on flour and oil and edibles.
Cool. Yeah, pretty a lot. I mean, a lot of stuff for sure. Yeah, flour, oil, and pretty much anything CBD related.
Yeah,
anything CBD wise, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I just whatever you're doing is working, brother.
Buy one get one. That would be cool to do a day thing because I get a lot of I went on Snapdragon site for the buy one get one. I spent $100 and got like 8 cartridges. That might be a bad deal though. $800 for 8, like damn, it was like $13 a piece.
Yeah, but still, think about you getting a $13 cart that's badass. You're telling all your homies and everybody and and then there's some stipulations, that I don't know, but it's dope though. So
I like the idea about
it's just listen. It's very dope of you to even consider and hear other people's ideas. I think a lot of people are just too prideful to do that. But so let's do like 12 to 1 Sundays would be like a podcast day, so I can get them lined up, send them the link, they click, both of y'all in here. If they got a question, I'll kind of cue you up. Like, hey, this is John. He wants to talk to you about, he's got this going on and that going on. Of course, we won't bring on anybody that's like, that's like. But I did want to, there's a picture that I took, or no, that you took. I'm sorry. That I was going to link in right when I said something or something. I'm going to throw that picture up. Like it was Jake Paul knocked Nate Robinson out.
Okay.
He's the internet dude, the YouTuber, knocked him out cold for like 5 minutes. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones hugged the whole time.
So it was a YouTuber fight? It was like a YouTuber. He's like a MMA YouTuber or something?
No, he's now a professional boxer. He's like not a YouTuber anymore. He's all in on boxing. And he knocked dude slap out.
Damn.
Last night. I'm talking about he was asleep for about 5 minutes. And anyway, so then Tyson and Jones get up there and they basically hug for 8 rounds.
Oh, really?
And Jones is spent by the first round. Tyson looks like he ain't even broke a sweat. So they hug the whole time. He just hugs him. He never lets Tyson get those things on him. He just, those combos, he would run or hug him. It was really sad.
That's pretty cool. Just to think about how somebody in their prime, fighting.
But Tyson said it ain't his last. He's not going to do it. See, that's the thing. Tyson's so smart. Really? He's doing the Legends League to where he's going to do it. It was Jake Paul knocked Nate Robinson out.
Okay.
He's the internet dude. The combos, he would run or hug him. It was really sad.
That's pretty cool. Just to think about how somebody in their prime, fighting.
How often do you infuse your food with cannabis?
Not pretty. I mean, a lot of times, I guess. I don't know. Any kind of food I'm making? Like what kind of food?
I mean, when I got up there and you picked me up, you were drinking a cannabis.
The water bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That water soluble. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was something to try. Now I'll tell you, I got the right oil blend in, and this last water soluble, man, it's like it was like no other, dude. It was like
Really?
no matter how much somebody took, no matter the dose somebody took, everybody was like, "This is the strongest thing I've ever had."
So you can put it in the soda, anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I put it in. Went and got some water bottles, just like a 12-pack of some water bottles, and I weighed out 1 ounce, like 28 grams in each water bottle of the water I made, and give them out to people like sample and try, and everybody was just like, they were like, man, I drunk it, and then I left the shop like 10 minutes later. It hit me, and I was just like blown away. I was like, oh my god.
I'm telling you, water is the easiest way for these. I'm very interested in CBD water. I know it's a thing already, but
oh yeah, CBD water is good. CBD water helps a lot of people. Well, the CBD water soluble tinctures or the water, whichever way, they do help a lot of people out because it's something that like
people can really just get their own. Well, see, that's what people can do. I didn't think about it. People can get their own water soluble stuff and just put it in the water that of their choice. Because I like artesian water, and if it ain't artesian water, I don't even want to drink it.
Don't even want to look at it.
Purified spring.
That's what earlier you said about like the strength, right? So if I make something that is 25 milligram and I put it in this bottle right here, you drink the whole bottle and that's it, right? But if I made a bottle that was 1 ounce, that was 500 milligram, and then you could make 20 of these bottles yourself, it's a win-win. Because you go buy 20, whatever the hell you want to drink, put a drop in it.
Way less to worry about. Just, yeah.
You don't have to buy 20 bottles of CBD water at, $5 a piece. You can buy a $60, $70 bottle, and it's a win-win. It's you save money.
But see, what I want though is I want one of them old school, like 1920 tinctures. That's like a gallon, like a jug.
Oh, yeah.
Big one. I need a year's supplies worth. I don't need to play around them little $100 bottles. I need to know what a big old with them old school
Mason, like the moonshine jar.
Moonshine jar, yeah, with the big droppers on them. Dang, man, I love that. But it would be probably so when you're medicated, typically throughout the day, how much does it affect you?
During the day, I don't take a whole lot during the day. So I kind of know that, like, if I, was to take over, say 30 milligrams or so, like the honey stick's good. That's why I really like, I like the honey sticks, like the Mothers or the Sweeten. I can eat a honey stick in the morning and be fine pretty much all day. And then nighttime when I get home and relax, I want to get better sleep or just lay in bed and actually go to sleep. So my mind's always racing when I'm laying in the bed, and I'll lay in the bed for 10, 15 minutes. I'll think about something and I'll forget about it. I'll think about something else. I'll forget about it. I'll think about something. I'll get tired of forgetting about something. So I'll grab my phone and make a note or do what I have to do anyways. And then, so like nighttime sleep for me, I do re-up at nighttime, I guess you could say. So, but usually nighttime is more like you're at home, you're wanting the instant effects, but you don't need it to last all day like you did the edible. So at nighttime you could smoke. So you smoke, it hits you immediately. 5 minutes later, you just go to sleep. So it really differs, like, what you take and the strengths of what you take. So, like I said, edibles during the day because a small dose work all day, and then smoke at nighttime. What's up, Pamela? So
dope.
Yeah, well, usually less, usually 50 milligrams or so in a day, and the gummies as well. So I've been eating a bunch because we've been making the gummies. I got all kind of samples of the gummies at the shop in Hickson. So the gummies, I'll eat like 2 or 3 gummies for a day, and I'll be pretty good too.
I have to stay completely away from the gummies because I'm a big gummy fan. Like, I'll go get a big $5 pack from the gas station and just eat them all. But anyway, thank you, man. I'm gonna work on this. Have a good rest of the day, brother.
All right, we'll see, Jason. I'll get that package out to you tomorrow too.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it's at the shop in Hickson. Just gotta get picked up.
You're the man. Thank you a whole lot. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, be good, Chase. We'll see you.